So the fight kicks off, not with a bang, but with this line of just pure ice-cold arrogance. Guy's focus is laser sharp, right on Yuuki. It's like no one else in the room even exists. You know, this single line tells you everything you need to know about the power dynamic. This isn't a meeting of equals, not even close. This is the final boss casually telling the player, oh look, you made it to my chamber. How cute.
And this right here really gets to the core of it. It's not just about who's stronger, right? It's about their whole perspective. You've got Yuuki, whose entire goal in life is to climb the mountain and take over the world. And then you have Guy, who, well, he is the mountain. For Yuuki, this isn't just another fight. He's literally staring down the living, breathing embodiment of his ultimate goal.
Now, what's really fascinating here is what Yuuki does next. Instead of backing down, he throws out this completely insane idea. Hey, you want to team up? This is classic Yuuki. It's his signature move. He tosses an absurd proposal out there just to see how his opponent reacts, to try and get a read on them. It's bold, it's definitely clever, but in this situation, yeah, it's completely hopeless.
And Guy's response? It's perfect. He just laughs. He actually finds it amusing, like a little kid just said something cute. But then, with just a few words, he completely tears the offer to shreds and makes it crystal clear. They're enemies. He already knows who Yuuki's beef is with, and that's all he needs to know. The negotiation is over before it even started. So at this point, you can just feel the walls closing in on UD. He knows he's completely cornered. Escape? Not an option. Trickery? Useless. There's only one path left, and that's straight through Guy Crimson. He has to go all out, unleash every bit of power he's been hiding, because anything less is just not going to cut it. The thought of losing doesn't even enter his mind. He has to believe he can win this. And so, with the talking out of the way, the fists start flying. Yuuki steps forward with this look of absolute confidence. See, in his mind, in a straight-up one-on-one fight, he's unbeatable. His special ability, anti-skill, should make him totally immune to any supernatural attacks. He's ready to prove that even the strongest demon lord is no match for him. Yuuki makes the first move, and it's a beauty. He launches this technically perfect kick. It's fast, it's heavy. He starts with a fake-out leg sweep to throw Guy off balance, and then snaps it upward into a devastating uppercut. It's a textbook move, designed to get past any guard and land with bone-crushing force. And the result? Absolutely nothing. Zero, zilch. Can you imagine? The guy who landed the massive blow, Yuuki, is the one who stumbles back in pain and disbelief. His ultimate move just hit a brick wall, and you can see the frustration on his face instantly. Now here's the truly terrifying part. Guy didn't use a special defense. He didn't put up a barrier. His physical body is just that strong. It's tougher and more flexible than diamond. Yuuki's supposedly invincible attack didn't even leave a scratch. The gap between them is just staggering. Guy laughs again, but this time it isn't amusement. It's a threat. He calls that devastating kick a tickle, and then lays down the rules. This isn't a duel anymore. It's a performance, and if Yuuki fails to be entertaining, everyone he brought with him dies. Simple as that. So in response, Guy just casually flicks his wrist, and a small flame appears in his palm. It erupts into this thing called napalm burst, basically a jet of fire shaped like a dragon, designed to burn its target to a crisp at several thousand degrees. To Yuuki, who thinks he's immune to magic, this should be a total waste of time. But as that fire dragon gets closer, a shiver of pure instinct runs down Yuuki's spine and he dives out of the way. And here's the kicker. His anti-skill did work. It nullified the magic, but it couldn't nullify the laws of physics. The flame, even without magic, was still burning up all the oxygen in the air. If he had stood there for another second, he would have suffocated. And this is the moment the floor completely drops out from under Yuuki. As he's scrambling to his feet, Guy just lays it all bare. He's not just some powerhouse, he's a genius. He already understands exactly how Yuuki's ability works. He figured it all out from that very first attack. So just to understand how devastating this is, we gotta remember what anti-skill is. It's supposed to be the perfect weapon, right? An absolute counter that can just say nope to any kind of supernatural power that touches it. It is the entire foundation of Yuuki's confidence. So if it's supposed to be invincible, what's the catch? How in the world did Guy figure out a counter so quickly and make it look so easy? Okay, so here it is, the critical weakness. Anti-skill can only nullify one thing at a time.
So if you hit it with an art, that's a technique that fuses both magic and a skill together, it gets overwhelmed. It's rendered useless. And you know what's even worse? Gay didn't even need to use an art. He exploited a much simpler weakness based on plain old physics, proving he understands the ability's limits better than Yuuki himself.
And then Guy just proceeds to twist the knife. He lays out point by point just how hopeless Yuuki's situation really is. 1, he's still human, and humans need to breathe. 2, his physical strength is a complete joke in comparison. 3, his magical capacity, the energy source for all this stuff, it's so tiny it's laughable. And finally, even if Yuuki does manage to cancel a spell, Guy has so much energy he can just recast it instantly. It's a complete checkmate. Yuuki is outclassed in every single way.
So, faced with this total breakdown of everything he believed in, his confidence just shattered. Does Yuuki surrender? No way. Instead, he just snarls back with pure defiance. See, he's still got a few other tricks up his sleeve, trump cards he's been hiding. This is not over yet. And then, he just unleashes everything with sheer, unbelievable willpower. Yuuki literally forces his own body to evolve right there on the spot. He pushes past what it means to be human, becomes a sage, and then pushes again, all the way into becoming a saint, a spiritual life form on a totally different level of existence. And this transformation, it's a huge game changer. As a spiritual being, he doesn't need to breathe anymore. Boom! One of Guy's main advantages is gone. He gets rid of all the frailties of his human body and gets a magical capacity that's suddenly up there with powerful demon lords like Leon and Luminos. This is it. This is his last desperate Hail Mary to change the outcome of this fight. Guy, of course, is completely unfazed. He actually calls the transformation disappointing. But Yuuki, now just brimming with all this new power, throws Guy's words right back at him. He declares that he'll do his best to entertain him. And with that, the battle is back on. And then, it's over. 1 second. That's all it took. In a single, terrifying second after the battle restarts, Yuuki understands everything. He learns the brutal, absolute truth behind why they call Guy Crimson the strongest. I mean, seriously, what could possibly happen in a single second to just end it all? After that incredible evolution, that desperate gamble, what is the true nature of Guy Crimson's power that makes even a saint completely powerless? And we're gonna have to leave you hanging on that cliff for today. If you want to find out what happens next and see more deep dives into the lore and these epic battles, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Anime Architect. Thanks for watching!